Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and others, and welcome to a new mini-series here on the Treasure Tales channel. My name is now Celestine, and I will be your Dungeon Master for this mini-series, Metal Gear. This TTRPG is going to be a little bit different, though. As far as I like to describe it, is a one-player, one DM, but we have support. So why don't we introduce our incredible guest player tonight, a member of Treasure Tales for a little bit, but you haven't seen him all that often. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, friends. My name is Coffee Ninja Ryu. I am your resident Coffee Ninja by day, actor, gamer, streamer by night. By the time that this comes out, you probably have seen me in a couple of things related to the Treasure Tales team as Thrawn Estragan over at Tales of Harmonia R, and recently guest starring as Java over on Dragon Ball NXT. I am super excited to be sitting down and doing some more tabletop stuff tonight, and I hope you all enjoy.
Excellent. And for our support crew, we have a wonderful duo, one playing our commanding officer and one playing our science support. So why don't we start off with our commanding officer?
Hello everyone, Golden Nova here, and today I will be playing the role of the Colonel, the eye in the sky, the secondary, and I'm looking forward to being completely honest with all my information and not having any twists. I'm just here to facilitate gameplay and nothing else.
And our science commanding officer.
Hello everybody, my name is Sagril. I'm one of the two owners of the Cafe d'Arcadia, and I'm a regular player over here on the Treasure Tales as Elfdane in Dimension Chasers and as Amelia on Tales of Harmonia. But here, I am your Otacon villain.
You're not a villain.
No, fill-in, not villain.
Freudian slip perhaps? Who knows? Find out on this episode of Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear.
Once again, I will reiterate, it does sound like an upgrade.
We also have boss characters as per Metal Gear standard. The boss characters are not going to be controlled by me. I'm merely the facilitator of the story and the overall will of the dice. Our wonderful bosses will be played by other members of the Treasure Tales team. They will have each been given a character, a dossier, and a personality profile, and it'll be up to them to reveal or not reveal information as they go and see fit, as well as our support characters. The support characters also know that there is some information they can share that's beyond the scope of the mission. However, there are consequences for doing so. But with that being said, I'm going to start and go over the basics. The year is 2006, December, early in the month. The winter is biting in the northern Montana plains. The forest getting a light dusting of snow. As a certain man is taking up refuge in his home, he can hear the sounds of vehicles coming to a stop before several sets of footsteps crunch towards his door. With a loud, thunderous slam, the door is kicked open, and inside that house is our protagonist. Ryu, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
The man sitting in the house just whittling away, just carving wood into some little figurines that he just does to pass the time. Codenamed Ristretto, someone who is completely stone-faced, known for his penchant of dry wit, and is completely just uninterested by the people that just have knocked down his door. You know, you could have at least had the damn common decency to knock first.
Several soldiers rush in, holding different types of weapons, mostly rifles, some pistols, all with laser sights aiming directly at him, before a man in a more impressive uniform with blonde hair walks in and sits across from him.
All right, men, stand down. It appears our guest of honor has decided to be, docile today. Ristretto, glad to see you still have a knack for woodwork.
Well, it's something to do to pass the time. Honestly, I was having a grand old time of it until you and your... Honestly, is the training this lacking these days that these people are coming in completely unannounced this loudly? Getting sloppy out there.
You know how the recruitment drives are. Always need fresh blood, and they were eager to meet the legend themselves.
Yeah, fresh blood. You could definitely tell. Standards have been going down lately.
Well, you'll forgive me for bringing the, C team on this one. Call it a courtesy.
Alright, let's just skip the pleasantries. Why are you here? Probably not here to just go on to some friendly banter or whatever.
Perceptive as ever. You're out of retirement.
Says who?
Says the higher-ups. Something bad's gone down, and, well, we couldn't think of a better man for the job than you.
Seriously? Me of all people? I thought I already said that I was pretty much done with active field work the moment that I left. Least that you can do is to get one of these two little greenhorn dipshits right here to actually do the work for you.
Come on now, Ristretto. We've both been inside the machine. You know they don't let people go that easily. Now, is this going to be an incident, or are we going to head off to debriefing? Like adults.
So what exactly is it about this specific operation that you need me for? Lord knows it's probably not something small, otherwise you wouldn't have gone to all the frickin' trouble.
Well, if I could tell you that, I would have done so already. But this is classified. It's top secret as it gets.
Fine. Suppose the least I can do is hear you out.
That's the Ristretto I know. Always ready to follow along the leash when need be. Come on.
Alright, he's just gonna get up and follow along. By the way, any single one of these people try to put handcuffs on me, you know what's going to happen.
Well, I'm not ready to put a ring on it quite yet.
Just so we're clear.
It's then that you are taken off in the vehicle, packed on a plane, and flown to an aircraft carrier. You're not sure where exactly you're headed at the moment, but you've been traveling over water for what seems to be about 12 hours. When you finally land on the aircraft carrier, the commanding officer leads you down to a small room with a medical bed and a large screen. In there, you see an Asian-looking gentleman in a civilian wear, for lack of a better term, carrying a briefcase and adjusting his glasses.
So, you're the one he picked. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed. Made you out to be some sort of, no? Super soldier of some sort? You look rather plain.
Honestly, that's a lot coming from you, looking like a thin, tall glass of water that could pretty much be easily snapped in two with just one look at you.
And this is why I'm not on the front lines.
Obviously. So what's the deal?
I'm going to be one of your supporting members here. So, I'm going to ask you that you be nice to me, I be nice to you. Unfortunately, my first act towards you is not going to be friendly. And he's going to reach into his briefcase and pull out what looks like a fairly large, syringe gun. You're going to need these. He injects him with it into, his wrist.
Ow.
It hurts like heck, like a fire burning right through your nerves.
So
what is it?
this is how we're going to be able to communicate on your mission.
A radio put into my wrist.
Area you're going into is a blackout zone for most of our communication tech. So, this I've given you is a way for me to call you on the field, as well as our loving commander-in-chief here.
Yeah, loving, all right. Brings an entire platoon of seized-rank soldiers just to break down the door to the house that I live in.
You preferred I bring the A team on this one?
Honestly, at least they'd have the damn common courtesy to not leave a mess where you actually broke down the door.
Well, be careful what you wish for. A team's probably what you're going to be squaring up against in a few hours.
Speaking of which, what in the world am I even doing here? 12 hours going across an entire damn ocean, it feels like, and I haven't been briefed once. Not even a solitary, I don't know, you're going to this place for whatever reason. Basically radio silence.
That's because radio silence was necessary, Ristretto. Everything inside here is a black box. The information about this operation has to be as airtight as possible. And now, we're going to let you in on the magic.
Alright.
The first thing of our magic is what I've injected you with. They're a special mechanical entity that I've put into you, known as nanomachines. Fairly new technology, I'll say this. Allows me to call you and get a little bit of visual from you. We can use this to be able to communicate while you're out in the field.
Some serious futuristic science fiction nonsense. So what else does it have on it? Tracker? Explosive bomb if I actually disobey orders or anything like that?
If I could do that, then anybody could be disposable at that point, but I don't think the Colonel finds you disposable, so I wouldn't be allowed to do that.
At least you're honest.
Well, don't think we're too nice about it. We start putting bombs in people, those have to be triggered by some kind of radio frequency. Can't underestimate the abilities of the people we're going up against. Last thing we need is them to have a hand on the collar too, so we're just going to have to rely on your good old patriotic spirit to get through this one.
Right. Good old US of A. Okay, so what are we dealing with?
I'm going to go ahead and grab my presentation clicker, and we're going to start going through some slides.
You just see Ristretto randomly just pulling out his knife and continuing whittling away.
First off, let's do a little establishing of the chain of command here. I'll be acting as your commanding officer on this operation. We're currently under orders from the U.S. Strategic Command on this one.
My oh my. They actually picked a very slimming photo for you.
Thanks. There's a great upgrade in image editing programs. You should have them touch up your photos with it.
What, and cover up all the scars of war?
Oh, especially. Recruitment officers love that stuff. This ain't the 80s anymore. People are looking for a more glamorous military career. We'll be operating as part of the detachment Team Altair, part of an overall Constellation Command. But, unless anything should happen, we shouldn't hear from anything from them. For this mission, I'll be going under codename Nova, the brightest star that you'll be able to see in this constellation. So, you'll want to look to me for guidance. Next up, we have your support man, who you've already been greatly acquainted with. Mr. Akira, Majiko, if we will. They're on loan from DARPA. We figured we'd need the extra help considering the payload we're going after. Tell me, you wouldn't happen to know much about the Shadow Moses incident, would you?
Only through rumors and little bits and pieces of information that I've picked up here and there.
Well, let's just say that his Metal Gear knowledge is going to be invaluable for today's operation, so if we could maybe turn down the hostility about 15%?
Who said I was being hostile? I'm just being as cheery as I ever am there, Colonel.
Oh, how could I forget? Mr. Akira, you're going to be going under the codename Magic Man for this operation.
Magic Man, huh?
Like I said, I'm showing you the magic here, and he's our resident wizard.
Really?
Glad to perform a few tricks here and there.
Ristretto just turns to, point to him as snap your fingers and produce fire. Show me something amazing.
He's gonna actively pull out a lighter, snap his fingers, and then activate the lighter to prove a point.
You just get a little bit of a golf clap from him. Oh, yay.
I can be just as snarky as you can, but I'm here to make sure you're safe.
I've got no doubt on that.
Alright, that settles our team for this mission. Let's go ahead and take a peek behind the curtain and see what is on the menu today. Recognize this? It's Lake Nicaragua. Recent reports have shown that a large metallic object was extracted from a little military outfit called Stigmata. Now, that normally wouldn't be a problem, except for what happened shortly afterwards. They went AWOL.
AWOL?
Yep. Complete defection. Looks like they took a few cues from some other friends in the espionage sphere and decided to make off with whatever they extracted out there.
Do we got any information on the people behind the operations?
We'll get to the other players in this play soon enough. Let's go ahead and put up our next location. What you're looking at on screen right now is the ruins of a military PMC base off the coast of Costa Rica, and was the next stop after Stigmata extracted their item from Lake Nicaragua. What you're looking at are the remains of Mother Base. Apparently, Stigmata was deep diving and extracted another weapon that was housed there. Now, reports say that the weapon shouldn't work due to the high volume of salt water that's been suffusing it ever since Mother Base was destroyed, but the one thing that's not been made useless are the nuclear warheads that were stored inside. We also can't discount that Stigmata's mechanics and engineers have found a way to reconstitute certain elements of the weapon. So, while we don't know what they pulled out of Lake Nicaragua at the moment, the fact that they are now nuclear capable has elevated the priority of this mission.
It's getting to be a little bit more hot than what you actually originally explained it to be. Now I understand the secrecy behind all this.
U.S. government doesn't mess around.
Never said that they did.
Oh well. I've learned that it's not what you say that's the issue here, Ristretto. It's your attitude. You're a read between the lines kind of guy.
Exactly. Which is why I don't understand why exactly I, a single person, am being sent in to do all this.
A question that I'm sure will have a satisfying answer momentarily.
Honestly, for someone like me who's been off the field for a while, this seems way over my head.
It'd be over anyone's head right now. Let's just say we're not exactly flush with high-profile agents, but I'm sure you'll do just dandy. Now, intelligence says that the most likely thing that they pulled out of Mother Base was this beauty right here. Metal Gear Seek.
You're kidding.
Now, what was it a little while ago when I said that the US military doesn't mess around? Former weapon of deterrence from Militaires Sans Frontières. Now, largely, this shouldn't be functional. I don't think any machine of this size, under the ocean for as long as it is going to have any functional parts, save for the rail cannon. Intelligence says that its experimental technology likely either resisted or flat out ignored the properties of the salt water and ocean pressure all these years, which is unfortunate considering rail cannons are very effective at delivering ordnance over a long range.
It wouldn't be hard to find a new barrel for a rail cannon, nor would the structural integrity be too damaged, with a little bit of extra metal here and there. The more intricate parts would be very damaged if they didn't have access to certain things.
I would have thought they would have moved on to other things by now. Isn't technically the technology for this thing 3 decades old, even though it is technologically advanced by the standards at the time?
See, that's the beautiful thing. You have an issue where we've had not just 1, but 2 different incidents like this at this point. And we had Seek here, but we also had one in the late 1900s called the Shagahad, each of them being an iteration on the other. So, as a result, finding and iterating on these is both a high-value target for many operations, but also disabling them for many countries.
Gotcha.
Now, you might be noticing a bit of a pattern over these past few locations, like Nicaragua, Mother Base, the acquisition of Metal Gear Seek, and it appears that Stigmata's patterns haven't stopped there. This place ring a bell from any intel reports? Here's a hint. It's in South Africa.
You have to be joking. From the Snake reports?
The very same. A former PMC base, codenamed Outer Heaven. The same one that Solid Snake infiltrated and brought to its knees all those years ago. Stigmata's rebuilt and refortified the location, and unfortunately our only approach is going to be the very same entry point along its river.
How? Wait, something's not adding up here. I thought for sure by the time that this was dismantled, by everything that happened, the military forces just should have swept in and stabilized everything. How did we lose control of it?
You'd think so, but, priorities have shifted. We're the first world. There's a lot of third world problems that have fallen by the wayside in this new century. Kind of problems that leave the doors open for people like Stigmata to make their claim.
When you have international incidences left and right, everything from Bakassi to Jaffna into the Karalanchi massacre, you can't always keep an eye on every little strategical option.
Damn false bureaucracy.
You could say that with all the conflict going on in the Middle East, well, Outer Heaven was literally right under their noses. And so they swooped in and took what they could.
And it would have to be a small enough operation for them to remain undetected with everything going on.
Well, let's go ahead and see how small their operation is. It's time for our Stigmata dossier.
You have any questions thus far, Ristretto?
No. Honestly, I'm just surprised that we're going back this far deep. There's when you think the past is buried. Some stupid assholes always just keep trying to dig back up past problems.
Stigmata, America's dirtiest little secret. If you think that Black Ops do something terrible, they ain't done nothing compared to these folks. And they've been trained and outfitted to the nines to accomplish any mission that Uncle Sam needs. Well, until this incident. Let's go ahead and give you a run-through of the team.
I'm sorry, until this incident?
Well, I wouldn't be saying that they had gone AWOL if they had picked up their little goodies and brought them back to our nest.
A dog off their leash, one would say.
Oh my god.
So, let's go ahead and do a bit of a roll call. First up, we have Shrapnel Vulture. Real name, Bill Andrews. Demolitions expert. Rank Colonel. Often calm, cool, and collected. They have several write-ups for violent outbursts. You know the kind. They often work with teammates to optimize their combat prowess, so don't expect them to be patrolling the base solo. They're known for messing around with different types of ammunition, including some that could be considered against the Geneva Convention, many of which they've actually crafted themselves.
So in other words, they can make their own bombs.
Bombs could be one of them, but considering his specialties from his dossier here, I would say you're less likely to find explosives and more ammunition-related problems.
Oh, wonderful.
They got their code name for doing just that, finding whatever scraps they could across the battlefield, and then cobbling together into something new. A true carrion feeder, if ever there was one.
Wonderful, he can turn random bits of glass into the ground into a bullet to go through my gray matter. Excellent.
Only if you let that happen. Next up, operative codename Orbital Eagle, real name Samantha Chambers. The team's sniper, former SAS, currently holds the rank of, former rank of Major. Over the years in combat, she grew increasingly bored and continued to challenge herself constantly. Making perfect shots was no longer interesting to her. She grew to have a desire to constantly taunt her foes of their impending demise. Slowly over time, this culminated in her eventual snapping and being sent to various clinics to have her mental sanity tested. Eventually, she got bored of the act she put up and escaped her treatments. Picked up eventually by Stigmata, who offered her a home of her own, and new targets to play with in her own twisted way.
Right. A genuine psychopathic hunter.
And quite the looker besides.
That's besides the point. She's a target, nothing more.
Oh, come on, let's not deny the humanity of our targets. We're all still people, after all.
You're presenting these people to me as targets to potentially put down from an operation. Nothing more, nothing less.
So we can tell he doesn't enjoy his Tom Clancy then?
Well, I think that might be a bit of a sore subject. We are dealing with a Splinter Cell, after all.
So, basically, on top of preventing World War III, is there anything else that you'd like done today? Would you like a large fry and a Coke with that?
Oh, well, if you're offering. Oh, Diet Coke for me. I've got to watch my weight. Have you seen Super Size Me, by the way? Terrible documentary. The things we put in our bodies.
The dossier, Colonel.
You're right. My apologies. The third member of Stigmata goes by Inferno Salamander, real name Arthur C. Abrams. Their specialization, to put it politely, is crowd control. They're a member of a PMC known as Warhawks, before all this went down. But they were former U.S. military during the Vietnam War, where they first discovered their obsession with napalm. Afterwards, they were dishonorably discharged due to igniting entire villages, calling it a purifying fire. The perfect fit for Stigmata.
Oh, wonderful. A pyromaniac that finds himself a holy savior doing God's work. Just what I need on my plate.
That always seems to be the case with pyromaniacs. I've never met a humble fire wielder.
There's really no in-between.
Just kind of side-eyes Magico's lighter.
Colonel, I am but a humble servant of the military here.
Right. They're almost never seen without their full body suit. It's hard to tell if they're the same person from all those years ago, even. Though their skills speak for themselves. Since then, they joined Warhawks, where they had access to high-tech equipment. Before being recruited to Stigmata, though, they apparently decided to make their current association with Warhawks a former one. They weren't able to identify many of the employees after the fire.
There used to be Warhawks. Now I believe they would be called a Fried Hawk.
Next up, we've got our fourth member of Stigmata, Rabid Raccoon. Real name, Renard Horrigan. Now, Shrapnel Vulture may have been listed down as a demolitions expert, but Mr. Horrigan here has made it their life's work. They're a heavily desensitized individual. As a former child soldier growing up in the Bosnian War, their whole life has been living on the battlefield to the point where his last mental health assessment labeled him as high risk due to his statement about only feeling alive when truly near death. Renard has taken on various black ops and was the sole survivor of his unit multiple times. Rumors claim that was not by accident or difficulty of the mission. You can put two and two together as you see fit.
Understandable. So this is what they all look like?
Yep, they've all got histories, legacies. A lot of terrible skeletons in the closet.
Well, so do all of us in this room. That doesn't exactly make us psychopathic killers for hire.
Well, let's not be too hasty about that. We're not the only ones in dark rooms going over dossiers. Who knows what kind of information they've got on you somewhere in, I don't know, MI6, the Kremlin.
Well, luckily for me, I've kept my nose out of a lot of business of a lot of organizations around the world. So how exactly would they even know if I was going to be coming?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you can use that to your advantage, because you're not the only one. Take a look at this. This is an artist rendition of an individual currently going by Red Queen. Now, we haven't been able to get any photographs of her, but the similarities are uncanny here. CIA, Pacifica Ocean. And the only way we have this information is by their sole witness, someone you might be familiar with. One Wild Jackal.
What?
Anyway, we've got another person of interest here. Dr. Alexia Sokolov, daughter of the famous Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. Alexia inherited her father's deep understanding of engineering and military design. She worked with DARPA when Stigmata abducted her during their defection. Their whereabouts are unknown, but part of your mission is to find her and get information on this new weapon they're constructing. It's about as high priority as it gets.
So if you don't recognize the last name Sokolov, she's also one that worked on the Shagahad. So understand you have someone who's inheriting this problem and this knowledge, if you get what I mean.
Legacies and skeletons. Can't seem to stop digging them up.
So whether intended or being coerced, either way, we need the information from them. Taking it in alive. Got it.
Taking it alive is I think would be a strong ask. But if you could manage it, I think that would be appreciated, I would think. Am I wrong, Colonel?
No. The higher-ups are always very specific on their command, and they're just asking to find her and get the information. Now, we haven't gotten any orders not to do it, but the mission comes first. Likewise, you'll also be running into an old friend, Jeffrey Cole, codenamed Wild Jackal, and the former leader of Stigmata.
You've got to be shitting me.
Not even in the slightest. Good to see that a true patriot knows when to draw the line, but when faced with the rest of their unit, they locked him up and put away the key. Currently, they're considered a POW. They're an infiltrations expert and a master of CQC, small arms and knife combat. Now, rescue's been requested, but that's not necessarily required for the mission. Top priority is making sure that whatever nuclear capabilities Stigmata has, they don't keep. If saving Wild Jackal will help with that, then all the better.
I just walk up to the colonel. How much of this did you know? Was he the one behind this? Did he initiate the original coup?
Well, how about you do your duty and you can ask him yourself? I'm only authorized to give you the information on the dossier so far.
Authorization dossier, nothing. You know damn well who that man is to me.
And that's why you're the only one we could call to do the job. If for whatever reason all of this was doctored, directed, authorized by Wild Jackal, you'll be the best person to know exactly what his motives were, what he planned on doing with all this tech. You're one of a kind, Ristretto, and that's why we need you, and that's why you're not going to say no.
When do we move out?
Just as soon as I, relieve you of your current accessories. Colonel Nova gestures towards his wood whittling knife.
Shredder just puts it on the table. I will be having that back.
The Colonel grabs it, puts it in his front breast pocket. It'll be nice and safe here waiting for you when you get back. I wouldn't do this to you if I didn't have to, but this operation's OSP. Can't let anyone take anything in or out. You can imagine the kind of shitstorm this would end up being if any world government figured out that not only did a detachment of the U.S. military decide to take nuclear arms into the middle of South Africa, but that they also continued to violate their sovereign borders to continue operations there. Can't leave any evidence of that.
The best way that you can possibly do it to minimize as much damage is to bring one person out of retirement in order to sweep them under the rug in case things go south.
Now you're getting it.
And this is why I was so happy to bring you on board. You're so smart. You always were a little connect-the-dots expert.
And you were always someone who was just a cocky little bastard just wanting to keep his shit clean.
What can I say? A good pressed suit makes you feel like a real man, don't you think? Oh, speaking of the things that we wear to identify ourselves, we've been given authorization to change your code name. I'm hereby removing Agent Ristretto from this operation. You're still in your little home in the Midwest, getting your wood carvings all set up. This operation is being helmed by another bright light in the night sky. Your new code name is Luminous Snake, a bright trail to guide us into tomorrow and banish the shadows of the past.
What, did Spielberg write that for you?
Ah, well. I've been catching up on my movies recently. You like it?
It's a little bit forced, but whatever gets the job done.
Ah, tough customer, this one. Let's get you geared up. The sooner this operation is completed, the sooner we can all rest easy.
And with that, Ryu, your agent is hurried off, packaged up with a parachute and a small air tank and a head mask, and you are launched into the air on a small plane that goes up as high as possible before you essentially make a high altitude drop into the nearby forest. You'll make your way along the river until you reach the entrance. As you approach the base of Heaven Restored along the river bend, you are able to carefully climb over top of the wired fence, and you find that the back entrance is one of the few places that have the least amount of guards, and you're able to sneak in overwards. What would you like to do to commence your stealth operation? Don't forget, if you need to, you can reach out to your companions via codec. To reach your commanding officer, codec frequency is 120.85. To reach tech support, it's 120.15.
Snake here.
Team, Operation Draconis has begun. Codec frequencies have been distributed. We're now using code Scramble Gamma.
Well, it's nice to see that the codec frequency actually does work. Have to give credit to the Magic Man on this one.
Miracle of modern technology. I believe it's one of those subcutaneous implants. Gives us a direct line feed between you and base. One of the most secure communication forms we've got. Barometric pressure, in fact, is one of the things that we're tracking. Seems like you've just made it through your little river rapids trip.
You're not too far off.
Hope nothing got too soaked.
Like you actually care to know about that.
Well, I wouldn't want you leaving a slime trail through the facility.
No need to worry about that.
Oh, but think of how embarrassing it would be.
Anyway, seems I made it through some sort of back entrance. Doesn't look like they actually keep every single point of entry here up to date on security. Honestly, regardless of whether or not it's some sort of random group operation or whether it's some world military, they always leave one crack at least for people to come through.
Something we'll want to keep in mind for their evaluation. They seem to be very knowledgeable about the history of, let's call them the Snake Nest. And yet, for some reason, this base's entry point has remained unchanged for infiltration.
I don't like it. It's too damn easy.
I don't think any of us do. Keep an eye out there, Snake.
Roger that. Over out, Nova.
Over out.
Now, where to begin? So, the area that I'm currently standing in right now, can you describe the surroundings a little bit?
So where you're at right here, you can see it is essentially at the outsides of a storage building where they seem to be amassing a number of tanks and supplies.
Is there anything out in the open or one of these tanks or anything that I can open to see if there is anything?
The tanks appear to be locked, and the ammunition in the crates appears to be for the heavy caliber machine guns that are attached to the tanks, so nothing you can find of use.
Well, at least they actually know how to stock up. Okay, getting infiltration. We're gonna head inside. Snake here.
Hello there, Luminous Snake. This is Magic Man speaking. So, just to let you know, your Solitone Radar, our favorite tool that we've used in the past, has been functionally neutralized at the moment.
So basically, you can't pinpoint exactly where I am, and the only form of contact that you have to know where I am is basically what I can tell you what I see.
In a sense. Remember those lovely little nano machines I injected you with? This is how we're able to communicate.
I was about to say, you're not actually about to tell me now of all times that you've actually planted some sort of explosive device in them, were you?
If I was going to plant an explosive device in you, you'd have a lot more stitches and a lot less memory.
You'd say that, but honestly, never doubt the United States government to the levels that they're about to stoop.
That is besides the point. As a result, the radar is currently being completely jammed and neutralized at the moment, so we have to keep it to our communications through this. Keep your eyes and ears about you, because any other eyes in the sky are not going to be too helpful.
Do we have any idea where the source of this jamming would be coming from? Any way to neutralize it?
Not without a better visual feed from you, but I could tell you it is somewhere in Heaven Restored here.
Okay. I'll keep my eyes and ears open. Anything else that I should know?
Make sure you'll find some provisions. You'll need it.
Gee, not even an over and out. Thanks, Mom. Honestly, the fact that they don't even end with over and out. Tell the military's lacking at this point.
All right, where are you going?
I'm gonna move here and peek our head around the corner to see what I can see going north where I am.
You can see a soldier here. Their patrol seems to have been bringing them up and over around this way.
Okay.
If you do want to go any further out, you will need to start rolling your stealth. Also, are you planning to go essentially north, or are you planning to go east?
Probably a better idea to start going east. So we're gonna make a dash first and cover.
Okay, roll me your stealth.
So that is a 13 plus 3, that is a 16.
The guard here does not notice you.
We're gonna continue moving down this way, not seeing anything. Slide in through here.
Roll me another stealth, please.
That is a 5.
Hey, what was that noise? All right, they have definitely heard something, and they're going to start moving in this direction.
So they're gonna try moving that way. So I definitely hear them coming this way, so we're gonna roll around.
You can make another stealth check now to avoid continuing making noise. If you fail twice, you will be spotted.
That is a 9 on the roll.
You are very lucky that they rolled really low, so they did not notice you. Whew. All right, you may proceed. They rolled a 4, by the way.
I love it. All right, so outside of my eye, do I see this door right here?
You do see a door there.
All right. First things first, I think I should probably have to take care of this. Do I go for the door or do I go for the guard? I'm gonna try to gonna go around this way. We're gonna try to sneak up on the guard.
All right, let me do something here. Roll me your stealth.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you are sneaky, stealthy, quiet.
Nice.
Go ahead and move.
All right, we're gonna try to get up right behind him and try to incapacitate him.
How are you gonna do it?
Gonna get up behind him, get him in a full-on chokehold, choke the life out of him.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is a 14.
All right, you are able to incapacitate him. Now here's the problem. What are you gonna do with the body?
I'm gonna search the body for any sort of weapons, ammunition, anything like that.
He does have an assault rifle. When you pick it up, it locks.
So by locks, meaning I can't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Is there anything else besides the assault rifle that's on him?
Not of use.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to open this box that's at this point, to my character's left. See if it is open, empty, or anything like that.
It is filled once again with the same high caliber rounds.
So question on these tanks. Is there room underneath the tanks?
Yes.
We are going to hide the body underneath the tank. So there's no ammunition. The gun is locked up on me. I can't use it. All right, we're going to move forward. We're going to come to this door.
All right, so you get up to the door.
What kind of locking mechanism is on the door?
It appears to be a key card.
And I didn't find any key card like that on the guard.
Correct.
So it's gonna need to be a key card system to get through all of this, huh? I'm really gonna have to get rid of every single guard in here in order to get to that. No, it's probably not gonna have to be that. We're calling up Magic Man.
Hello there. What can I do for you, Snake?
Well, out of curiosity, we had data and intel on this place from the past, correct?
We had some past data. Yes, that's true.
Was there anything in those files that mentioned some sort of security card clearance by chance?
It's very likely that they did. I think at this time. Unfortunately, with our new residents here, it's likely they may have upgraded or changed it since then.
Well, by the looks of it, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be getting anywhere else unless I get access to one of those.
Have you found anything else as of yet right now? Because if you're stuck at a door, the only thing I could think of would be to find an alternate pathway forward, or finding someone who has said keycard.
Honestly, not much else, other than the fact by the looks of it, it seems that all the armed personnel on site have weapons that automatically lock if anyone else tries to use them. Seems that they've all been personalized to their own touch.
Oh, you mean like biometric data?
Something along those lines, whatever the technological term for it is.
Well, from my current position, there's not much I can do to help you with that. However, if they are using biometric data, there's probably a computer that might be able to allow you to enter yours.
So theoretically, if I were to find something like that, and you could find a way for me to gain access to the weapons.
You probably could gain access to the weapons should you were able to find the computer. I could perhaps walk you through the steps to get you at least sync for the ones that you carry with you. Or, if you can find a salvo of some sort, there could be a number of unregistered ones. I would definitely take some time and explore when you're not in untold amounts of danger higher than you are currently.
Not bad advice. I'll keep that in mind, Magic Man. Snake out.
Over and out.
Right. I'm gonna do any sort of damage in here. I'm definitely going to need some gear. So I'm gonna check the boxes around here. These are basically all just artillery for the tanks still.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna move behind this wall right here, and I'm gonna keep a weather eye out going west just to see any guard patrolmen walk by.
Coast appears to be all clear.
All right, we're gonna make a quick dash here.
Okay.
Just to clarify something, no. The space that is between these two trucks on the far southern western
I would
part
count
of the
that as a solid surface. You would be fine.
Okay, all right. That's all I need to know. We're gonna move here.
All right, I'm moving.
I'm gonna move right here.
All right, I would like you to roll me a stealth check, please.
Yes, ma'am. Oof, that is a 8.
Okay.
Ooh, boy.
All right, you may move.
Just take a look at the map right here. I just need to know. Are these train tracks like right in the center right here, or is this like a gate?
That is barbed wire, or not barbed wire, but that's a fence.
Got it. It's a fenced off area. Got it. I'm gonna make a dash out into the field here.
Okay, since you would be going across this patrol path, I need you to roll me another stealth check.
Okay.
Easy. You're a luminous snake. You got this.
You were saying, Nova?
Why do I talk?
Hey,
Man,
what was that noise? All right, they're making their way over towards the noise. These ones just so good.
Gonna beeline around the truck.
You sure you want to go around the truck?
Oh yeah, that's right. I can go inside the truck, can I?
Yep.
We're gonna go inside the truck.
Okay, here you go. Here's your truck.
Do I see anything inside the truck?
Yes, I've got something for you.
Oh. So we got a box.
You have a box.
What's in the box?
you, hopefully.
Is the box just empty now?
Yes, it is empty.
Into the box I go!
Congratulations, you have found yourself the cardboard box. You're just hiding in the box?
Yes.
Okay. Guard comes in. Nah, just a box. And they go back out. So you can now be the cardboard box. You can put that on your play space. And anytime you want to put the box on, it will be an action to put the box on.
It's a snake in a box.
Ooh.
All right, to the box.
All right, so you're in the box right now?
Yes.
This box, however, is a bit heavier. This box will not allow you to move while you're in it. You can pick it up and take it with you, but this box is an immovable box. For gameplay purposes, this box will work as a box to help hide you, but you cannot walk around with the box on your head, basically.
I need a lighter box.
Look, I had to make it so there was a reason for you to get the other box, okay?
No, it's okay. I appreciate the difficulty. We're gonna wait a couple of minutes, like a turn cycle, just
Give me a second. Let me do patrols.
All right, we are going to unbox ourselves.
Just remember, crying is a free action.
All right, so we're gonna come out. We're gonna check this other truck.
All right, let's pop into your truck here.
Gonna pop into a truck.
It's a snake in a truck.
Truck. La pistola.
Please bear in mind, it says on this that it is loud.
Roger that. So don't use it full willingly.
All right, you may take your pistol. And Sagril, you may give the info on the pistol to Ryu. Ryu, this gun also comes with 20 shots of regular ammo and 10 shots of trank ammo.
Yep, I'm DMing him the stats right now.
The bullets do the same. It's just one is stamina and one is health. Okay?
Okay. So, Ristretto, now known as Snake, but formerly known as Ristretto, finds the pistol, carefully examines it, searches around the truck. Nothing to silence it, huh? Last resort, then.
It does not appear to lock when you grab it, so it seems it's okay to work for you.
Should probably test it in an area where it's not going to draw attention. All right, gonna get out of the truck, and we're gonna head into this third truck.
All right. The third truck has key card number 1. This will let you open any locked doors that essentially count as a level 1 security door.
All right, calling back to our boy, Magic Man.
Magic Man here, Snake.
Good news on the update of forward operation. Keycard has been secured as well as a weapon. Luckily, we managed to find one that wasn't locked.
Well, that's excellent to hear. Going forward, that means you're now going to be in the position to be able to exterminate your enemies, if you so wish.
Well, that would be fine and dandy if it wasn't for the fact that there's no silencer in sight.
Well, that would be a problem, but it will also... You perhaps can use that to your advantage if you know how to use distractions.
Well, let's just see what happens.
Anything else I can help you with, Snake?
Apparently these guards have honestly not been trained well enough. They seem to have a problem with cardboard boxes.
That's surprising to hear.
I know, honestly, it's rather ridiculous the more that you say it out loud.
Well, every advantage you can get, I would say.
Honestly, with all this modern technology, if a cardboard box is what is needed to be done in order to defeat all the different military operations in the world, whether they be rogue or affiliated with government, what is the world coming to?
We're coming to a time period where the mundane can outpace the technological with effective use. I would say, use that to your advantage.
You took philosophy when you went to university, didn't you?
No.
Anyway, over and out.
Over and out, Shakespeare.
Snake here.
Mr. Luminous, got an update from Magic Man. He tells me that you've acquired some on-site ordnance.
Indeed. Apparently all the guards here have weapons that are able to be biometrically locked to their signature. Luckily, I managed to find a pistol that, honestly, is not locked yet. On top of that, an access keycard to gain access to parts of the compound.
Now, those biometric scanning weapons are tricky. Starting to make their way into circulation. I haven't been sure they'd gotten that far, but well, I guess that's the modern security state we live in, huh?
And yet, for some reason, they still can't check the authenticity of a cardboard box.
Don't underestimate the power of social engineering. You're familiar with social engineering, I take it.
Yes, but again, they didn't check a cardboard box.
Well, why would they? It's as innocuous as any other piece of packing material. Nowadays, we live in a world where with enough confidence you could walk into a secure location and convince the desk workers to hand you all kinds of security clearance.
Of course you would say that. You work for the United States government.
God bless.
Anyway, was there anything else that you wanted to inform me about? I know you didn't exactly call in order to socialize there, Nova.
Well, as an employee of these fine United States, it's my mission to remind you that this is a stealth mission. You may have gotten an unlocked weapon, but it's not for flagrant use. Stealth is our top priority here. Make sure it doesn't become discharged unnecessarily.
Considering the fact that I don't have a silencer in order to muffle it up, honestly, it's not really going to do much good in this moment unless it's absolutely necessary to use it. But I'll use it with discretion.
As long as we have an understanding, Snake.
No worries here, Nova. Snake out.
Nova out.
Alright, Snake's gonna slowly peep out of the truck.
You're all clear from the looks of it?
Just double checking, Nell. I can put the box on at will, right? But I just can't move in the box?
That is correct, and it is an action to put the box on. Also, for the record, the box is not bulletproof. It's just really heavy cardboard.
Understood.
All right, patrol. Okay.
We're gonna wait a full turn cycle.
All right, waiting a turn. Okay.
Gonna be waiting one more time.
All right. All right. Please roll me your stealth if you're going to try to sneak past him.
We're gonna try. That was a 16 that I rolled to go with my stealth, and the skill mod on the stealth is a 14. We're gonna quickly.
Okay.
And Boxcoon while I'm facing to the east.
Okay. You can just grab your box and replace yourself with it. And I take it you want to wait a couple turns. So cycle 1. I'll move the other pieces eventually. Just tell me if you want me to keep going.
Keep it going, please.
Cycle 2.
Forward.
Cycle 3.
And it takes an action to take it on and off, right?
Yes.
Ooh, I put myself in a weird position. Go forward.
Cycle 4.
So we're gonna swap out. Where's my token? There's my token. Boxcoon! Alright. Try to chance it. Probably be a movement to here.
All right. Go ahead and roll me your stealth check, please. Because you are in risky territory.
That is a 18 on the roll.
All right. You passed and you have a chance to move before they'll spot you.
Okay, we're gonna dash this way.
Okay. All right. You should be outside of needing to roll, so go ahead and do your stuff.
We're gonna head over to the door.
All right. So what are you gonna do?
We're gonna try to use the key card on the door.
All right. So you swipe the key card, and the door unlocks, and you find a large open room, and there is a piece of equipment sitting on a table there.
We're gonna analyze the equipment. Ooh, the suppressor. We will take it.
So now you can ignore the loud sound on your pistol. That being said, if you fire it and someone sees a guard go down, they will still notice the guard going down.
I mean, obviously, I imagine that these guards aren't completely brain dead. Now, random question. Can I fire said pistola while I'm in a box or only when I'm out of the box?
No. Cannot fire while you're inside the box.
Is there anything else in this room? Any other kinds of information or anything related to what I'm finding, or is this just an equipment room?
No, it just seems that that's the only thing of note in here.
All right, Snake's gonna take the moment to outfit the suppression muzzle on on the pistol that he got. All right, now we're in business, and we're gonna head out. All right, we're gonna move it around this way.
Boop a doop a doop. Okay.
I do love my corner. Oh, nope. So, gonna move around right here.
Okay.
All right, we are gonna move right here. And books.
Ryu, roll me stealth, please.
Why would you do this to me? It's 4 plus the 14 apparently that's on the stealth. I don't think that counts to that though.
I don't remember that box being here. Roll me a stealth one more time.
All right, gods. That is a 10.
All right.
So for a total of 24?
I believe so, yes.
The guard puts the gun away. I must have missed it last time.
Okay, all right.
You are so lucky because they rolled a 19.
Blessed be the ninja training. All right, Boxcoon Ninpo, go.
All right, you waiting again?
Well, I can't do another action, so we're gonna
All right.
hold that. Okay, so I'm gonna move right about here.
Okay, please make me a perception.
Okay. That is a 5, so this would be a 15.
You hear some light snoring.
Sleeping on the job, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna move right over here.
Roll me your stealth, please.
13 plus 14 is 27.
I just need to make sure you're not rolling in that one to wake him up.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, go ahead.
All right, down this way to behind the tank.
Okay, roll again because you moved.
Rockabye, baby, shut the hell up. Oh, fuck me.
Huh? What was that noise? All right. Well, he is now going to start patrolling.
You know, I had to open my damn mouth.
Kind of.
I had to open my damn mouth and start singing.
All right, it's your turn.
Just like playing your bagpipes of invisibility.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. We're gonna try to get to moving right here.
All right, so he's going to start his patrol.
Jedi mind trick, motherfucker.
Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna go into this truck.
There's your truck.
Truck cool. Anything in here?
It is empty.
Why do we even bother having these trucks?
To make you waste a turn.
Why do we have these trucks? Just to suffer.
We're gonna go around into this truck. Anything in this truck? Oh, hello. Just the equipment?
Mm-hmm.
Can I grab said equipment?
You certainly may.
Grenade.
3 grenades.
Oh. Well, this ought to provide a rocking fun time.
Got some pineapples.
Well, with this, I can make a lovely pizza.
I'm sorry. Did I hear what I think I heard you say?
It was a joke. Relax. And try to keep the comms open for important tactics only.
Well, I have to then wonder what your taste in trucks are, because you seem to be quite obsessed with them.
You never know what you find in these trucks. Honestly, they leave a lot of useful shit around.
Very well, Snake. Continue. Then continue on with your investigations. I'm going to remember that you like pineapple on your pizza. Over and out.
I don't. I was just saying it as a joke. Honestly, tough crowd. Okie dokie. We're gonna get out and get into the third truck. Oh, another thing. Oh, a stun grenade. Flashbang, I'm assuming?
You have 3 stun grenades. They will deal stamina damage instead of regular.
Alright, now we've got some artillery. So, clarification. While I'm inside the truck, they can't see me, right?
As long as they're not also in the truck.
Alright, I see this door right down here. I'm gonna try to go for that door.
You get to that door.
Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna try this door then.
All right, the door does open.
Alright, we're gonna go through. Gonna go right here. I see another door right there.
All right.
And I see, as that guard moves away, we're gonna try to see if we can do anything to the door.
All right, the door does open. Okay, Ryu, you enter into a room that appears to be an armory. In the back appears to be a single gentleman, and I will let this player, aka our other player, go ahead and describe what happens as this intruder is entering into your armory.
As you enter through the armory door, through the dimly lit room, you see a shock of ginger, orangey hair as someone just out of view, their figure, as your eyes adjust, becoming clear, covered in this compacted body armor over their form, and this high collar that goes and rises just above their face. As you hear through the armory, "Well, looks like a rodent chewed through the fence. Who might you be?"
That's for me to know, and for you to not know. That being said, I know all I need to know about you.
Well, seems like if you know me then, you're aware that you just walked into a nest, and now you're my prey.
Honestly, I've been told that line a couple of times, yet here I am still standing. So, are we gonna do this the easy way, or are we gonna do this the bloody way?
Sounds like me. You're an old dog who's done this song and dance multiple times before. Tell me, how tight is that leash around your neck? Are they only laying enough to spout what you want and keeping the rest under wraps for you?
Again, easy way or bloody way, your choice.
Oh, trust me. You know, the moment this begins, they're gonna know that you're here.
So exactly what is it that you all hope to even gain by this?
I don't know if I should be telling you that. Maybe just try to beat it out of me first. This is an armory, right? Is there like cover anywhere, or is it just like this barren open room?
There is cover, but I don't have stuff. So give me a second. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to start pasting them down. So assume these are the same giant crates you were seeing outside. Okay.
All right.
You can fit in between them as long as the base of your tile will fit. Roll for your initiatives.
Nat 20.
Dirty 20.
So as you're about to go into like your full entire speech, Snake can tell exactly what at first glance that you're just someone very, very cocky and just full of himself. He's gonna dash to rush you and tackle you to the wall.
Ooh, fun interaction.
He's going for CQC.
So I would roll a d20 for this. So I rolled a 19 plus the plus 8 plus 4, you said, Sagril?
Plus 12 total.
So that would be 31.
So here's the funny thing. I went to double check some stuff. You deal 1d3 plus your strength mod plus 4 damage because you did a successful charge attack.
And does any of this trigger his bludgeoner skill or cudgeler style? That was like a charge attack.
Oh, wait a second. It makes his attack one size larger. So instead of the d3, it's a d6.
So you rolled a 2.
Yeah, so I rolled a 2.
All right. So how much damage is that?
2 plus his strength mod plus 4 from charge attack.
So that's 6, and the strength mod is 2. 8 damage.
And do we add sneak attack to this? My understanding is that his opponent's currently flat-footed because they haven't had a chance to act this combat.
Yeah, because he hasn't acted yet, he gets that sneak attack bonus. He has more dice to throw.
So 2 more d6.
Caught him while he was monologuing.
Add another 6 to that.
All right. So how I'm ruling this as well is CQC or melee attacks like this. I'm counting to does both physical HP and stamina.
Okay.
So you're doing both at the moment. However, if you do end up doing more stamina damage than their HP, you will still kill them.
Okay. So they're taking 14 stamina and 14 HP is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so each. So basically, as Shrapnel starts to go into a monologue, Snake goes into a full sprint charge to charge him up against the wall. His left forearm just basing itself right into his Adam's apple as he slams Shrapnel up against the wall. First rule of combat: no monologuing when you're trying to kill someone. Maybe you should have learned that back in your special forces, amateur.
Is your turn done?
Yeah, that's my turn. If that does take up my whole action, as they stated, then that would be my turn.
If I'm at the risk of talking too much, let me know, but I think this also triggers your cudgeler sweep ability.
Oh, would you like to try to trip him?
Yes, I would.
Cool. So this is a free action, but it does give him a chance to counterattack you as a result.
So what do I gotta roll?
So remember that CMB bonus that we did for you before?
Yep.
You're rolling that again with that plus 2 bonus from Cudgeler Sweep.
So the plus 8, the plus 2, and the d20. Got it.
Yep.
That is a 12 plus 8 plus 2. That is a 22, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that looks like that passes.
That passes. That beats his combat maneuver defense. Next thing. Connor, you have an attack of opportunity you can do. This is a free hit you get to do, and your rolls against him are at plus 4 by base because of your favorite enemy.
Ah, yes. Human. So he tackled it randomly against the wall, he tripped me, and I now get to make a attack of opportunity against him.
You get to make basically a free attack against him.
Cool. I'm gonna try to do that. What's the attack equation for my shotgun?
Connor, you're rolling at plus 13 to start.
Alright, boom! 23.
Oof.
So Ryu, what's your armor class, buddy?
How much sauce I'm gonna add on to this?
Armor class is 17.
So it says 1d8 plus Dex mod, which is 3, and then plus 4, that'll be total 7. Is there any other things I could do with a shotgun blast, or could I not because it's an attack of opportunity again?
Yeah, it's just a basic shot.
Ooh,
Oof.
that's an omen.
Oh god, how much?
13. So if I could just quickly explain this, as you run in charge at me, you go to like do like a simple throw takedown, but as you do, you notice that you don't get a good enough grip on my right arm. As you get close enough, I pull from behind my silhouette a shotgun, and as I hit the ground, I use the jolt from my body to pull the trigger and blast you square in the chest. Take your own damn advice.
All right, so that's 13 damage. Okay, I have taken the damage on my sheet.
So, for the purposes of status that is understood right now, Connor, you are prone.
I am prone on my ass. Do I have the ability to push him away?
You do. Takes a combat maneuver ability, a combat maneuver roll called push.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna just try to push him away. So would that be a roll with my strength?
CMD. And that is versus Ryu's CMD, which is underneath his AC where it says that.
All right then.
CMD. What did you roll?
22.
Mine is a 22.
Pizza pizza.
As the shotgun blast hits you, as you recoil back, I do like a handspring and I just hit you square where I shot you and push you back. I am pushing your ass down this way.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use my move action to stand up. So I did something cool. I think that's gonna be my whole turn.
All right. Having been pushed back by you, I am quickly going to get some cover behind this box and take out La Pistola and shoot a shot at you.
What are you loading in?
Live ammo.
Okay.
That's a 29.
Hey, buddy. That's a crit.
That's a crit.
Oh, good heavens!
Yeah, you gotta, I think it's roll to confirm.
What do I roll?
Exact same thing.
9 plus 10 is 19.
Then yes, it confirmed.
That's times 4 damage, my friend.
So it's a critical hit. What do I roll for range?
So you're rolling 1d8 plus 4 because that's your dex mod, and whatever you roll is times multiplied by 4.
There is a very likely chance you can just kill me right now.
So 2 plus 4 times 4 is 24.
Good heavens!
So as you push Snake back, he retreats behind the box, and seeing the arm that you brought up the shotgun with, he aims specifically for the bicep of that arm to try to get you to let go of your shotgun and hopefully sever an artery.
All right, Vulture, it's at this point, your facade is beginning to crack. You're losing control of this battle in this situation. You're used to having others to essentially help cover up for your inadequacies, and you don't like that they're being shown on full display now because there's nobody else that you can blame.
You see, like, his posture would change. He's like a bit like his posture changes. He's like hunched over like a bit more. You shot him through the arm, but like it just tenses up, and even though it feels like his nerves should be like failing him, he almost through just like anger, he seems to be forcing them to comply as his grip of his gun gets even stronger. As you can see a snarl underneath the collar. Oh, don't be like that, you dog!
Looks like I hit more than one nerve with that one.
Oh, you think you're cute? And I am going to shoot explosive rounds blown past his cover.
So you will need to make 2 total rolls. One for the first one for mini shot, the second one for rapid shot.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Okay.
So Ryu, because of how explosive rounds work in Pathfinder, you need to make a reflex save of DC 16 or higher to avoid this first set of blasts.
So DC 16 or higher. Okay, saving throws. Total of 9. Is the 9 what I add to
That
my
is what
roll?
you add to your roll.
Got it. Nat 20.
Let's go, dude.
Cool. You're still taking half damage. So Connor, you are rolling 3d6 for your C4 rounds.
Hell yeah.
Thankfully you're taking half damage.
How much?
So when it comes to reflex save for half, you round down, so that would be 8 damage Ryu's taking.
So I take 8 damage, so...
Also, explosive weapons destroy cover.
I found you, you snake!
22.
Holy shit.
Hey, Ryu.
Yeah.
What's your armor class?
17 again.
Yeah, this is a 3d6 to the face.
Yeah, I'm aware. I am well aware of this.
11 damage.
15 because you have favored the enemy human. You did the direct attack.
All right, I am at a little less than half my health right now.
Okay. So it is now Ryu's turn, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Snake, we're detecting seismic activity from inside the base. Report.
No shit. Little busy at the moment.
Run into one of Stigmata's cronies?
Yeah, you didn't exactly tell me that this shrapnel vulture was such a damn amateur that he couldn't see a tackle to the wall incoming.
Well, I figured you'd figure it out sooner or later. Seems they've broken out the explosive equipment, though, judging from these readings.
That would be an understatement. The explosive rounds were coming from his shotgun.
Stigmata really seems to like their experimental gear. Look, we can figure out the history of that weapon later. For now, don't let him get the advantage on you. Don't let him play the range game. Explosions may be terrifying and destructive, but they're only useful whenever you can't be caught in the crossfire.
So either up close and personal, or make sure that there is something in between me and him. Got it.
The fact that he's using explosive ammo against you, I'm both incredulously surprised and mildly horrified with the Geneva Convention being completely ignored at this point.
Unfortunately, Magic Man, that doesn't exactly help me in my current situation. What bright ideas do you have?
If you're able to, you might be able to take him down and use that own weapon against him if you're lucky. It might be a solution you could use.
I'll keep that in mind. It's gonna take a little bit of a trick, but I think I might be able to pin him down.
Alright, over and out on my end.
Best of luck, Snake. Let your light cast aside the shadow of the vulture. Over and out.
I'd complain more about that if I wasn't in such searing pain from shotgun blasts. So, with the knowledge that was bestowed upon him by both Nova and Magic Man, Snake is gonna go for another close quarters encounter to try to get Vulture in a grapple to try to turn his shotgun against him.
So slightly different this time because you're not making just a charge attack. You're going in for a rushed grapple.
Right.
So you were rolling your CMB +4.
Also, you would not be able to trigger the shotgun to fire because it is data locked. However, I will say if his fingers are on the trigger, you could pull his fingers.
That's where I was going with this.
That would, however, triple the difficulty of this shot.
No guts, no glory. All right, so we're gonna start with the regular roll. It is a 7
plus 12
plus 8. Oh, it's plus 12 on
Because you
CMB.
have combat maneuver +8, +4 for the rush attack.
Okay, so that's plus 12. That's 19 on the roll.
That looks like that succeeds against Shrapnel Vulture's combat maneuver defense.
So Snake tries to go up for it again. You're bracing for another tackle move similar to how he is. However, he's grappling you in a different way as you see him try to maneuver your shotgun.
So as you're grappling him, just as flavor text, he just tried to bash you with his head.
Okay, so first off, the bash the headbutt, totally viable. Because you're grappled, it's a free hit. It's just damage. That's 1d3 damage.
Wait, really?
What grappled opponents just basically free hits on each other.
Oh. And I take it if I were to try to shoot with my shotgun, it wouldn't really...
That's the struggling one.
Okay. You know what? I'm fine with bashing his skull in. Let's do that. So this would be 2 + 1 would be 3. Yeah. Bash in the face.
All right. So you get the bash in the face. Like he's getting bloody, but he's not budging.
Okay, so this is where the hard part comes in. You guys are making opposed strength checks.
And Ryu has tripled the difficulty on this one.
Which means whenever Shrapnel Vulture makes a roll, he's rolling at +3 instead of just +1.
Okay, then. I'm good to roll whenever you're all ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
11.
16 plus my strength mod is +2. That's 18.
Yeah. All right, Ryu.
That's a success.
He has control of the hand and the gun. Fuck.
And I'm gonna force him to trigger the gun right in his own face.
I would like to point out That's the last type of ammunition that was installed in there.
Yeah.
Was explosive, so does that mean I have to make a dex save?
Oh wait, that's right. Shit.
You did the action already. Fire it.
That is true. That is true.
It's no. He's automatically grappled. He gets an auto hit. They're grappled.
This is fantastic.
I'm trained with my own weapon, so I'm hunting so I get the +4 bonus damage on myself.
Ryu, I need the coldest one-liner right now.
13.
That's also 17 to Ryu.
So I'm basically turning the gun against you. You see that you can't hold back the trigger on it. I need you to give me your best pleading.
Oh, he's not gonna plead. He's just gonna scream at you.
Okay, how are you screaming? Screaming in frustration, anger, or terror?
Screaming like a wild animal.
Say sunshine. So 17 damage.
Yep. And because that was your turn to do the grapple and all of this, he has the chance to fight back to break out where he loses his turn. It's another opposing strength check.
I'm at 10 HP, by the way.
To be fair, Connor's at 5.
Oh my god, this is incredible.
Wait a minute. I don't think my character's thinking straight. Now I pull the trigger again. I pull the trigger again, point blank, and blast both of us.
Hold on. There's nothing left in the gun. You're out of ammo. You did the multi-shot and the where you were firing multiple shots at once.
And I take it reloading takes an action.
Yeah. And you're currently grappled.
I love the idea of Shrapnel Vulcan, like, I'll take you with me, you bastard! Click.
I do like to imagine that is the action he takes for cinematic flair.
So yeah, as this happening, he's just screaming violently. As you see, he doesn't seem to try to fight back, but he goes to pull the trigger again, and there's just a bit of silence underneath his like roaring, as you just hear as you hear the gun run out of ammo. But yeah, okay, I'll break out the grapple then.
So you guys are rolling your strength against each other.
Nat 20.
That's incredible.
Holy shit, dude.
All right. So nope, the grapple is not broken.
Yeah, it's resumed.
All right, Snake. How do you want to do this? He has 5 hit points left, and I think one melee strike from you has a minimum damage of 5. And considering that he's grappled, that's a free hit. How do you want to do this?
So seeing him try to shoot off the shotgun and just trying in vain and just be like, no need to worry, sweetheart. You gave me a kiss earlier. My turn. And I'm just gonna headbutt him straight in the nose. Yeah, it's a +2. It's exact damage.
Yeah, exact damage. So yeah, you bash my head, and it bounces off the wall. A little bit of like foam out the mouth as you feel like his body just go limp as he just slides to his knees, eyes rolled back.
Shrapnel falls to the floor, dead.
I search his body for anything that I can use.
You find specifically, maybe covered in a bit of debris, a key card. Key card number 2.
Anything else? Any healing supplies or anything like that in this room?
After the boss fight, I will let you refill to full health.
Okay.
What a fucking awesome fight.
That was great. Well done, Connor. That was amazing. We're gonna check the rest of the room for anything that can be used.
All right, you find one other thing in the box. That's an unregistered firearm.
Oh, a rifle.
You also find an additional 20 regular ammo and 15 stun ammo. We are going to wrap things up after this fight. Thank you so very much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bells so you don't miss an upload every single time we release. And if you like what we do and want to support us further, you can check out the official Patreon, where we have different tiers, ranging from $1 up to $200. Thank you, Moto, for being our Grand Master. If you want to join the community and talk about this game and all the cool stuff that we do on the side, you can join the official Discord. Link is in the description down below. But I want to thank my wonderful cast of incredibly cool, comfortable, calculated, and crazy characters here. Nova, Sagril, Ryu for being my main cast, and Connor, thank you very much for joining us as Shrapnel Vulture this week.
Thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Absolutely fantastic battle.
All right. But that's it for today's episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye, everyone.